Welcome, everybody. Tonight we are hosting a debate of our three current presidential candidates. Tonight we welcome George Bush, Bill Clinton, and Ross Perot. Welcome tonight, gentlemen. As you know, we are here for a debate on your political positions. I will start with a question. You will each get a chance to speak, and then there will be an open discussion after the three responses. In the end, there will be an opening for questions from the audience. During open discussion, we ask that it not be a lot of yelling, just one man speaking at a time. Now we will start with the first question. What is your position on Operation Desert Storm, and do you believe America benefited from it? We'll start with Mr. Bush.
All right. Well, my belief was that in commencing this operation, we saved the city of Kuwait in compliance with the UN and are securing our connections in the UN. Also, Saddam is moving out of line and we might eventually be in a war with him. This is going to happen again and soon.
Thank you, Mr. Bush.
No,
Mr.
thank you.
Clinton.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Clinton.
Thank you, Tom. It is my belief that while Operation Desert Storm was an international cause, it's a personal fight for us also. We're losing allies in the Middle East and it's costing us oil. Right now, we can't afford to make enemies with the Middle East unless we wish to see an oil crisis like that from a couple of years ago.
Thank you, Mr. Clinton. Mr. Perot.
Well, Tom, I don't understand why we have to get involved with someone else's problems. If Iraq feels like conquering the Middle East, they can go right ahead. But as soon as they actually do something that can affect us here on our home turf in the USA, well, let's just say the US will get involved then.
All right, the floor is now open for discussion.
I firmly believe that Operation Desert Storm was a success and was extremely beneficial to us.
I disagree. I believe this is slowly pushing us towards being enemies with the Middle East and could cripple our oil supply.
Who cares? America's the strongest nation. And currently, we don't really need to depend on many other nations for oil. America is one of the number one producing oil nations in the world.
Time. The open discussion has now ended. We will now move on to question 2. What is your position on foreign affairs, and if any ideas, what should be changed? Mr. Bush.
Well, my belief is that we need to hold up trading agreements for maximal profits and resources. I have been asked to reduce trade with China, yet what comes from doing that? Yes, I oppose their militant reaction to pro-democracy protesters, but if we start slowing trade from them, we're losing imports from one of our biggest sources. And they could take that cut as an insult, close trade and denounce our alliance. Would you rather have China as a poorly viewed ally or an enemy?
Well said. Thank you, Mr. Bush. Mr. Clinton.
Currently, our foreign affairs need to be fixed up a little right now. Right now, we are in part with the UN and need to support any other nations involved in the UN. When we attacked the Iraqi, we were making an enemy, and we cannot afford an enemy from certain countries, especially in the Middle East. We depend on much of our own oil and the rest from the Middle East.
Thank you, Mr. Clinton. Mr. Perot.
My question is, why do we need to have any foreign affairs? Why do we need to get involved in other countries' problems? If we stick to ourselves, what could go wrong? Involving ourselves in other countries' problems could be risky, and it could end up like another Vietnam all over again. Bush, I like the fact that you never entered China during the protest.
Thank you.
But how could you prefer them as an ally? Do you know what they could do with access to us via trade?
Now, Ross, I think you're taking a bit of an extremist view.
What's wrong with that? How can we trust any country and government other than our own?
Well, gentlemen, why don't we just agree that foreign affairs is a necessary part of the country, and while it has its positives, it can also have its negatives.
Time. The open discussion is now ended. Sorry, folks. Bears said we have run short on time.